Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Daddy's Life. If you're new, please consider subscribing and tapping the bell for notifications. I have not had a video out in probably like a week or so because I've not been feeling the greatest and I couldn't talk very well, and it's been super cold. As you can see, we've got 6 inches of snow on the ground. It's raining, so my camera's getting wet, and I'm going to show you something new that I just got 2 days ago and I haven't showed you guys yet. Alright, now that we're in the shop, let me kind of turn you around here and see what this place looks like when there's snow on the ground. Snowmobile, 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 all over the place. Hanging from chains, you just don't know where you're going to find a snowmobile in here. But I'm going to take you back here and show you something that I just got the other day. I've been looking, actually, honestly, I haven't been looking for a new sled at all this year until my cousin brought home this really nice orange Arctic Cat, and I rode it and I was like, wow, I gotta have one of those. So it was his fault that this happened. Although it's not an Arctic Cat, but this is the only snowmobile that I could find that they would trade me what I wanted for something this new. That's a 2006 Polaris, This is a 2006 Polaris Switchback 900cc, guys. That's plenty of power. The snowmobile that I rode the other day was an Arctic Cat Crossfire 1000. Talk about some power, man. So now what I'm going to be doing is, now that I got something that's got some value to it, about $3,000 is what I value this at. It's got 1,800 miles on it. But I am looking to trade this thing up for an Arctic Cat, an orange one, preferably like an F8 Snow Pro. Those babies are sweet. I'll show you a picture of one of those right now. You gotta, those things are sweet looking, and that's what I want. So now that I've showed you that, I don't really have anything else to show you. But I'm sorry guys, I have not been on YouTube at all in the last week. I've just not been feeling very good, and it's been really cold. I didn't have the flu. I've just had a nasty cough and couldn't talk the best, and my sinuses have been all stuffed up and whatnot. Plus it's just been like 0, 10 degrees out. So I've just not been wanting to mess with the camera too much outside. I mean, cameras don't work the best outside. We've been riding snowmobiles quite a bit. Even though I haven't felt the best and pretty weak, I'm still gonna ride my snowmobile, okay? Snow's not around forever, especially here. The last 4 years, we've gotten like 4 inches of snow, or not even that. I mean, like 3 inches of snow at a time, and you can't just go on long haul snowmobile rides with that kind of snow. It just doesn't work out. So we've gotten 2 really good snowstorms this year, and this snow, it's raining today, and some of it's melting, but it's supposed to snow like 2 to 3 more inches later on this afternoon, which was not expected. So hopefully, with the snow melting, and then it's going to freeze again, the track on the snowmobiles will grip even better, and you won't bore down to the ground near as fast. And on that snowmobile that I got there, I'll ride the heck out of it until I find the Arctic Cat that I want. I'm actually going to go ahead and take you back here to the snowmobile again and show you something. Whenever I got up to the guy, we left here got up at 3:30 and left at 4 o'clock, and we went up toward Omaha, Nebraska, and met this guy. I think it was 5:30 in the morning we met him, and it was cold there. It was so cold. I got on this thing in what I'm wearing right now, actually, and rode it for just a couple minutes. That was about all I could handle. And he told me that he'd only rode it for about a mile this year, and my other one that I rode, we rode 185 miles so far this year, and really that's not that much, but around here, as much as we ride, that's quite a bit. But there was an issue that he told me about, and I was hoping that it wouldn't act up, but it ended up doing it, which is fine. He did have the part. $134 is what that part costed, so I'm glad I did not have to pay for that because I'm broke. So this right here is what was making this thing act up. The other day we were out riding, and we went on this long haul. We actually rode to town and then went way up north of the town that we rode to, and we was out in the middle of nowhere, and this thing was bogging down and wanting to die, so I ended up just coming straight back home. But that is an exhaust temperature unit sensor type of deal, so it wasn't reading right, and the other one was going bad. So when we got back here and it cooled off, I put that in there. Well, actually I didn't just put that in there. If you can see, whenever I showed you that, they had to weld a nut onto it and then fill them old threads in with JB Weld. Guys, you've seen my video on JB Weld. We filled it full of JB Weld because, I mean, you just had to be here to see how it was fitting. The threads were bad. They were terrible. Somebody stripped out them threads. You couldn't even get a tap and die in there. It just didn't work. You just couldn't do it. So that was basically the only thing that we had left to do with the thing. So we made it work, and it worked. But so far, since that sensor has been in that snowmobile, that thing has ran like a top. It has ran good, and it's fast and sounds pretty cool, but it's just not what I want. So I'm gonna try hard as I can this year to get the one that I want, but it's not looking very good right now because I've looked at about every snowmobile that there is out there on Craigslist 15 stinking times, and I'm about tired of looking at them. Although I did wake up through the night last night at 2 a.m. and I grabbed my phone and I started looking at snowmobiles. I tell you, it's addicting. Once you get started, it's addicting. But my eyes were hurting with snowmobiles. It was literally hurting, and I was just dreaming about them. Nothing I could do about it. It's just a habit, and my uncle's got me in that habit. I mean, it's a fun sport, and it's not that expensive. I mean, unless your snowmobile breaks, and if you don't have to buy parts for your snowmobile. So other than that, I mean, like that snowmobile there, that's a Craigslist deal there. My snowmobile, found it on Craigslist. But anyway, on that one there, I found that snowmobile on Craigslist for my cousin, and he rode it one day, and the drive chain, there's a pulley, or no, there's a tensioner pulley in there. That thing busted in half and messed up a bunch of stuff. So now there's $300 worth of parts that we had to order for it, and we next dayed them. So that's why it was $100 to next day them babies from Dennis Kirk. But they'll be here today at 2 o'clock. We'll have that thing fixed today and be out riding it again. So, well, that's about all I got for you guys today. It's raining here. It's gonna change the snow. Can't wait for that. Really wish it would cool back off before all this stuff melts. It's gonna have to get pretty warm to melt all this stuff, but I'm gonna head in the house, guys, and edit this video and get it on here for you today. It's January 22nd, 2019. If you like this stuff, guys, please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. We'll see you on the next one.